Subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss another update from India Forums.
I don't see myself making a six-pack for a दूध वाला or a postman. बिल्कुल यार, I think अगर मैं कहूँगा बुरी नहीं लगती तो झूठ होगा. And I think बुरी लगती है because बहुत मेहनत जाती है उसके पीछे. कहीं वो TRP चार्ट पे आपका शो नहीं आता है, तो आपको लगता है यार ये TRP से हमारे शो का क्या मतलब है. बीच में होते हैं, आप लोग मुझे मैसेज करते हैं, DM करते हैं भर भर के कि अभी आप मूंछ हटा लो, अभी दाढ़ी रख लो, अभी क्लीन शेव हो जाओ, बाल लंबे कर लो. तो यार मैं कई बार सोचता हूँ कि यार मतलब मैं खुद का बहुत कंफ्यूज रहता हूँ.
Actor Sharad Malhotra got into a lovely chat with us recently and we spoke to him about bunch of his projects and more. Let's hear what he had to share. Sharad, how has life been after Withdrawhi? What exactly is happening and how have you been?
See, life has been definitely awesome as usual. I've just finished shooting for Withdrawhi and there's a breather. I can obviously, you know, when you're doing a mythos show or a historical show, there's a lot of responsibility, you know, because such shows are heavy, not like any normal fictional character. So I think once you finish such a show, I think such a genre, you feel very light as a person. Also, you want to get back to normal life. It felt that I was living in the 18th century, you know, with all the costume and all the dialogues and the sets and everything. I think, but now we're back, and I think I was traveling a lot. I've been working on some very interesting things. A festival film. I've done a music video. I'm reading some very interesting web series, OTT scripts. So a lot of nice, interesting things happening. I went home. I got to spend some time with my parents. So I think all that happened in the last 15 days. Everything happened.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, you are undoubtedly one of the most successful actors on Indian television. And you have a huge fan base too, which automatically comes with a lot of expectations too. ऐसे में कभी कोई pressure होता है before picking up a project?
Actually, I think it's a pretty amazing question because किसने पूछा नहीं कि कभी ऐसे कोई influence होता है कि नहीं. But I think it's my choice end of the day. It's not my parents or my friends or my wife or my fans or my viewers or my family or my well-wishers. Obviously, they all wish the best for me. But end of the day, it's my choice, it's my decision. I listen to what people say. I like to discuss, but not with everyone. I have like my core group. My manager is there, my team is there, my wife, my very, very close friends. We discuss, we see the pros and cons, and then the ultimate decision, obviously, the final decision has to be mine. And then that's when, I feel I should do a particular character or no, I should not. But I'll tell you, एक सबसे important चीज़ होती है, यहाँ से आवाज़ आनी चाहिए. वो लोग जो भी कहें, चाहे वो आपके केस में, मेरे केस में, उनके केस में हो, किसी के भी हो, जब तक यहाँ से आवाज़ नहीं आती ना, I don't do. तो मेरे लिए मैं चाहे बहुत कम काम करूँ, लेकिन जब मुझे यहाँ से आवाज़ आती है, it's when my heart says no, I should indulge, I should, because see, for me it's a process. It's not that कि मैं आज घुसा, get into my character, tomorrow I'll be back to my happy usual self. It's not that with me. For me, then I have to get into it, I have to research, I have to sketch a character, I have to get into, maybe if I'm doing a historical, so it has to be horse riding, sword fighting, action, dialogue delivery, body language, voice modulation. I have to see everything then. So it becomes, then you have to shoulder the entire responsibility, and it's heavy. It's intense. It's there's a lot of gravity जो उसके साथ आती है. When you're doing such a character. When I'm doing a fictional character, like a very happy-go-lucky, like I remember I played this character called Rishi Singh Bedi, Kasam Tere Pyar Ki. It was just me. Obviously there was a bit of Rishi also, but then there was a lot of me that was into it. So I really enjoyed, jumping around, romancing. So ऐसा लगता है कि अब normally, you're just living life and you're enjoying it. But a mytho or a historical character, it takes something out of you. Physically it's very demanding, it's very exhausting. Like जब मुझे याद है जब Withdrawhi got over, I was so exhausted. I cried at the end of it because those tears were injuries. They were emotional wear and tear of the body, the physical wear and tear, and the emotional also. Because you get so much into the character that you start feeling it, and that's when it really hits you that अरे आज तो खत्म हो गया, अब कल क्या? कल हम लोग ऐसे ही उठेंगे अपने वापस से, सुबह उठ के ब्लैक कॉफी पियेंगे, चिल करेंगे, you're back to your normal life, you're back to 21st century, you're back to today's present times. फिर वही नीचे चलेंगे, चप्पल पहन के घूमेंगे शॉर्ट्स में, just chill as normally, because as normal people would. and I'm extremely normal. I like to just be in my boxes all day, you know, maybe in my pajamas, chill at home and play with my dog, watch a movie, or you know, just Ripsy and me just chill at home, maybe go for a lunch date or something. But then I think those 7 months, 8 months that I was doing with Rohi, it definitely was quite demanding.
Right.
So now, obviously, I feel that now there's another responsibility that fans ask me what next. You know, so they ask me, "Acha, abhi ye karo, abhi wo karo, do a grey shade, do OTT, do a music video." So now, see, a lot of demands are coming in. Obviously, because they, you know, they want to see me in a particular character, and they want to see me as maybe you know, as a negative character or out and out romantic. You know, so see, obviously people want, and they have their wants, and they have their needs, and they love you so much. But end of the day, I mean, it has to be somewhere. If I feel that if I'm reading a script and if I feel that the creative sensibilities are matching, and somewhere we are on the same wavelength, I take it up. Then it could be a new person. I don't see if it's a new director or a new producer or a new production house. It doesn't matter to me. Like, people tell me, why do you work with new people? Why won't I? Somebody worked with me when I was new.
Right.
You know,
Absolutely.
so it's not fair. And people say you should work with very established people and big technicians. Big का मतलब क्या था, मुझे आज तक समझ नहीं आया. Every technician when they started was new. I was very new. I didn't know even the A of acting. I was the biggest fool when I got into it. I was so non-serious about it. But today I feel that acting is in my blood. अब मुझे ऐसा लगता है. पता नहीं है कि नहीं, but it's like people say, oh my God, you know, you are the definition of versatility and all of that. See, I'll tell you what. I've just been lucky with my characters, and I've been very honest to my characters. और कुछ नहीं है, इसमें कोई rocket science नहीं है. People have started perceiving in a very different light. Like earlier, people were not serious about it. They were like, हाँ ठीक है, कर लेगा, नहीं करेगा, देख लेंगे. But now people are like, no. If there's a particular character, they call me only. You know, I get calls I'm talking about television, when people say that no, there's a historical character called Sharad, or there's a romantic character called him, or there's a grey character, you know, kind of little badass, sort of after Viranshu Singhania. So people want to see me as Viranshu Singhania the rest of my life. That's not possible. You know, so yeah. So I think the final decision obviously is mine, but then I like to listen and hear, and obviously somewhere I appreciate when people discuss and they talk and they send me messages, and they probably send me mails that do this, do that, abhi aisa karo, abhi waisa karo. It's okay. It's a part and parcel of it.
You've been working for such a long time now, Sharad. Is there any nervousness still when you pick up a show?
Absolutely, man. I think I am extremely nervous when I sign a project. No, actually, when I sign a project, I'm happy. I mean, I'm very excited because it's a new character for me. After signing the project, the next day is when it really hits me. Oh shit, ab kya? You know, that's when I start getting very. I have these butterflies in my stomach, and I get these pangs, and I get I get very jittery. Ki I don't know how I'll be able to cope up with it, or how I'll be able to shape up the project, or my character, and how will I sketch it, how will I walk, how will I talk. Then I have like a million questions in my head. The next day when I get up, and on set, to matlab I'm like a bundle of nervous energy. Like, if people who know me, I show that I'm very confident. But if I can say, अंदर फटी होती है. You can edit this or whatever. But I literally मतलब मेरी band बजी होती है. So I think on set I'm extremely nervous on set. Before every shot I'm nervous till date. But then I think it's a process, and I think actors somewhere, I think my fellow actors, or probably any actor would probably relate to it, that it's good to have that little nervous energy. It really helps you to perform better. You know, so yeah.
Well, Sharad, you worked really hard for Withdrawhi, and your body transformation pictures are a proof of the same. With so much hard work put in and the show ending in a few months, did it affect you?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, every project that when it finishes, when we have to wrap up a particular character or a project, it really upsets me, because I have to leave a part of me with that character, and then I have to move on. So every character of mine has taken something from me, has taken something, maybe not in flesh and blood. I mean, flesh and blood also. I'm more of, because I've had so many injuries in most of my characters. I've played, all the action I've done, everything. But I think it emotionally, it takes a lot out of me. That's when I feel that, oh my God, I'm leaving a Bakshi behind, or I'm leaving a Viranshu behind, or I'm leaving a Rishi Singh Bedi behind, and that really upsets me. So for those 2-3 days, I don't like talking to people.
Okay.
You know, I go into a very quiet zone, and then yeah. So I think people who worked with me, they know the last 3-4 days when you're about to wrap up a project, I don't like talking much, because that's when I start to, you know, there's a lot of retrospection, there's a lot of introspection that happens. That, acha, how's the journey been, and how I've done, and how it could have been better. So yeah, so I think with every project, I like to leave something behind.
But talking about the transformation, we have to say it was phenomenal. कोई backstory share करना चाहेंगे इस transformation की?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Abhi, for every character, it's important to at least do some kind of transformation. I don't see myself making a 6-pack for a doodwala, or a postman, or a doctor, or a lawyer. So if there's a warrior, or a freedom fighter, he has to look fit, you know. So then accordingly, like I said, you know, when I sketch a character, I will sit down, breakdown of the physical body language. Like I said, you know, the voice modulation. For Withdrawhi, I remember I had changed my voice. I had to change my entire. I had to make it a little more. You know, the baritone changed, a little more heavier. For Viranshu, it was different. For Rishi Singh Bedi, it was different. For Sagar Pratap Singh, when I played a kid, it was different. So I think these are little things that I think an actor should do. I think it kind of makes sense. Okay. But the transformation should be there. So if I'm in the gym working out, it could be for a warrior. Mostly if I'm working on a character, I'll have to go to the gym. You know, I have to probably look a little more bigger. Like so Withdrawhi got over. I have not been working out for the last 20 days. Okay. You know, so now absolutely indulging, man. I was at home, yeah. I was in Calcutta. I was enjoying my mishti doi. I was enjoying my food. I'm a Punjabi. Without any guilt, man. I mean, what guilt? Yeah. Come on, I need to live life also. So now I probably, when I sign something, I have to get back to. Yeah.
Sharad, you've explored almost every genre, right from historic shows to supernatural fictions. Which is that one genre that you thoroughly enjoyed?
See, I wouldn't like to pinpoint one, because I think every genre has been very different. But I think I've really enjoyed the historical genre, where I think that space really helped me grow as an actor also, because you know there's so much depth into the character. You know there's so many pauses. The dialogue delivery is different. It's very difficult. The lines are not normal. You know, it's about if suppose I was playing a Rajasthani character, so it has to be a little bit of that Rajasthani lingo. You know, if I'm playing Odisha ka character, a bit of, you know, that state, you have to incorporate somewhere, you know, a bit of the language and the accent. So I think historical characters have been quite challenging for me. But I think my first show has been my most memorable show, when I knew nothing about acting, and then to obviously becoming one of my most favorite characters and one of the most talked about characters on television. I think I really enjoyed that. That journey was very, very special.
Since you've been a part of both OTT and television, what do you think is that one difference in both these platforms?
See, OTT I've not done much. I've just done maybe like a special episode or something, or maybe like a finite, you know, it's not been like a lengthy process. Like I've never indulged myself in a proper OTT show. I really want to see myself in a proper OTT show, like a proper web series with maybe about 9 to 10 episodes where I'm living that journey. But I think television obviously is more elaborate. It's आप आराम से काम करते हैं. There's no rush. In the sense, it's a duration. It's for 6 months, 8 months, 1 year. So you're living that character. But OTT is 10 episodes or 9 episodes or 8 episodes, and you live the character, you finish it, and you move on. You know, so television gives you that kind of luxury. But at the same time, television is time crunch. Like हम आज shoot कर रहे हैं, कल episode को air होना है. So it's a crazy rush. You know, you're always racing against time. But I've heard, on the other hand, OTT is again luxury in a way that अब आराम से shoot करो. You know, you have the time, you have that leverage, you have that. You can take that liberty where you can kind of shoot 2 episodes or 3 episodes over a span of 10 days, 15 days, 20 days. So I think both have their pros and cons. Right. Yeah, so I've loved both. I mean, like I said, I haven't indulged into OTT completely. But when I do, I'll probably understand the difference.
Talking about historic shows, the shoot and the prep is usually more difficult than the normal shows. So when the show is not successful, does it feel bad?
बिल्कुल यार, I think अगर मैं कहूँगा बुरी नहीं लगती तो झूठ होगा. And I think बुरी लगती है because बहुत मेहनत जाती है उसके पीछे. बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत जाती है. I think normal show से ज़्यादा मेहनत होती है. पूरी टीम की और धूप गर्मी धूल मिट्टी डस्ट, हम कुछ देखते नहीं हैं. And you're wearing heavy costumes and heavy dialogues and action and all of that. And when it's not, I wouldn't say, when it doesn't get that due that it's supposed to or should have, so you feel little disheartened. मतलब तकलीफ होती है. And obviously because लोगों का प्यार मिलता है बहुत ज़्यादा. People love you a lot. The fans love you. You get the awards. You get everything. You get the accolades. You get the appreciation. But वो कहीं वो TRP चार्ट पे आपका शो नहीं आता है. तो आपको लगता है यार ये TRP से हमारे शो का क्या मतलब है? You think because see some shows I'll tell you are way beyond the entire number game and the TRP chart. Then you can't have the TRP chart for that show because you're talking about a journey of this man who we're talking about India's first people's revolt, right? So then you can't talk about the TRP. It's educative, it's informative in a way, which I'm sure even you didn't know, even he didn't know, even I didn't know. I'm talking about Bakshi Jagbandhu, where he was the first man who sparked off that people's revolt, जो हम कहते हैं जन विद्रोह हमारे देश में हुआ ईस्ट इंडिया कंपनी के खिलाफ, ब्रिटिशर्स के खिलाफ 1804 में. किसको पता था इसके बारे में? We know about Mangal Pandey, we know about Shahid Bhagat Singh, we know about Chandrasekhar Azad, we know about these people. But the person who was actually responsible, like the first I'm talking about pre-Mangal Pandey, people didn't know about him. So for me, this was a very special show. And I don't know what people, and honestly I tell you, now when I talk to people, they're like, oh wow, we didn't know about this. So for me it was not easy because there's not much written, in the books also, in the textbooks also, unfortunately not much spoken about him, written about him, which is not great. We're talking about our own country, like हमारे देश की बात कर रहे हैं, तो तब थोड़ा दुख होता है कि यार ये आज की जो हमारी जनरेशन है, they should know, तो इसमें आप फिर नंबर और TRP नहीं ला सकते, बट TRP आ जाती है तो फिर हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हैं. But it's okay, yeah.
जैसे ही रियलिटी शो सीजन शुरू होता है, आपका नाम शोज के कंफर्म कंटेस्टेंट की लिस्ट में आ जाता है. फ्रॉम KKK टू BB, हर सीजन में आपका नाम जरूर होता है. क्या आपके फैंस कभी भी आपको इन दोनों रियलिटी शोज में देख पाएंगे?
पता है, मैं बताऊं, मैं अपने इस रियल लाइफ में बहुत खुश हूँ और रियल मेरे लिए थोड़ा ज़्यादा रियल हो जाता है और मैं डरता हूँ उससे. सो आई एम वेरी हैप्पी विद दिस फेज. फॉर मी आई थिंक इट वुड बी वेरी हैप्पी इन दिस ऑन द अदर साइड एंड आई वुड लाइक टू कीप इट दैट वे. नेवर से नेवर, but maybe if I feel there's something interesting and I want to indulge, I will.
Any upcoming projects जिनके बारे में आप बात करना चाहें?
मैंने हाल ही में अभी एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग एक फेस्टिवल फिल्म की है जिसका नाम है हिंदू बॉय, और अभी बहुत ही एक हॉट जो टॉपिक चल रहा है कश्मीर फाइल्स के ऊपर. लेट मी टेल यू फर्स्ट, इट हैज़ नथिंग टू डू, हम जब मैंने शूट किया था तो उस टाइम कश्मीर फाइल रिलीज भी नहीं हुई थी. तो ये है about Kashmiri Pandits, and it's about their it's about the present situation. We're not talking about जो हुआ. ये अभी के दौर की कहानी है, एक लड़के की कहानी है, और इसमें मैं कहना चाहता हूँ सिर्फ इतना कि शाहनवाज बकाल जो हैं, जो मेरे डायरेक्टर हैं, और जो जिन्होंने प्रोड्यूस किया है, पुनीत, they all are obviously well versed with cinema, and दोनों ने बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंगली इसे कंसीव किया है. और अगर आप देखेंगे तो आपको समझ में आएगा कि ये कश्मीरी पंडित की जो कहानी है ये अभी की क्यों है. ये इसमें कुछ भी 90s का वर्णन नहीं है, जो हमें पता है जो हुआ था. इट वॉज वेरी वेरी सैड, अनफॉर्चुनेट. बट इसमें ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. इसमें हम आपको एक कश्मीरी पंडित की एक अलग जो उसकी जर्नी है, एक डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव, हम वो दिखाएंगे आपको. इट्स अबाउट अ बॉयज जर्नी एंड beautifully shot. I shot in Srinagar, Kashmir. I shot in the actual locations. I shot in a Kashmiri Pandit's house, which is about 75 years old. I shot with the local crew of Kashmir. I shot with the Kashmir people. So I think it definitely, for me, it was a very amazing experience, an eye-opener to what happened अनफॉर्चुनेटली जो हुआ था. सो आई थिंक कश्मीर लोगों का जो है उनकी एक एक नज़रिया है, एक अपना पर्सपेक्टिव है. बट प्लीज़ वॉच इट, जब भी आएगी प्लीज़ वॉच इट. इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग एंड आई थिंक आई एम वेरी वेरी प्राउड टू बी अ पार्ट ऑफ इट.
What message would you like to give to all your fans?
क्या बोलूँ यार, आई थिंक हमेशा आप लोग मुझे इतना प्यार देते हैं. मैं हमेशा कहता हूँ कि आप लोग ने मुझे इतना अनकंडीशनल प्यार दिया है. कई बार आप लोग मुझसे कहते हैं कि ये शो मत करो, वो शो मत करो. लेकिन जब मैं करता हूँ तो आप लोग कहते हैं अरे थैंक यू आपने किया. तो आई थिंक फिर कई लोग कहते हैं अरे आप शेव कर लो, आप क्यों नहीं शेव कर रहे हो. फिर मैं नहीं करता हूँ, फिर आप लोग कहते हैं अरे वाह अच्छा आपने शेव नहीं किया. तो आई थिंक आई लाइक दीज लिटिल कॉन्वर्सेशन जो आपके मेरे बीच में होते हैं. आप लोग मुझे मैसेज करते हैं, डीएम करते हैं भर भर के कि अभी आप मूंछ हटा लो, अभी दाढ़ी रख लो, अभी क्लीन शेव हो जाओ, बाल लंबे कर लो. तो यार मैं कई बार सोचता हूँ कि यार मतलब मैं खुद का बहुत कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ. बट आई लाइक टू स्टिक टू माई ओन बिलीव्स दैट कहीं ना कहीं आप लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा. सो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर द लव एंड ऑल द सपोर्ट एंड सी यू गाइज वेरी सून.
Hey guys, check out our revamped website at www.indiaforums.com to get your daily dose of entertainment.
We hope that you guys enjoyed this video with Sharad. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to us. Anshul Chaudhary, camera person Babaji, India Forums, Mumbai.